Okay, students. In part 1, we are studied about so that is in solid state we are studied about characteristics of solids and types of solids, crystalline and amorphous solids, and also difference between crystalline and amorphous solids, and classification of amorphous solids. Then during in the previous class here, during the classification of that is distinguish between crystalline solids and amorphous solids, I forget to tell one of the important property that is called as isotropic property of crystalline solids and amorphous solids. I will explain about isotropy and anisotropy in this class. Then what is isotropy and isotropy and anisotropy? Isotropy and anisotropy. Here amorphous solids are isotropic in nature. Crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. Then what is meant by isotropy and anisotropy? Here isotropy means the physical properties like refractive index, electrical conductivity and thermal conductivity have same values when measured in same directions, measured in different directions. For example, here this is a crystal, like this is crystals, and here you have this some other ions, like this is ions, like this is ions. These are constant particles, and this is constant particles, like this is material, solid material. Here in this solid material, here if you are studied, if you are measured that is the physical properties like refractive index or electrical conductivity, here electrical conductivity here in any directions, like this. If you are measuring here any property, like this is one direction of measuring of the physical properties like refractive index, the electrical conductivity and thermal conductivity, or if you are measuring that is like this in this direction, here this is one more direction here, and if you are measuring in this direction here, like this direction. In case of crystalline solids, here particles are very regularly arranged here. Due to regular arrangement of particles here, if you are measuring in this direction, here you have one value of physical property. If you are measuring in this direction, you come across positive, negative, different ions you come across in different lines. Here you have different value in this direction. If you are measuring in this direction, you have different ions comes in this direction, you have these different values. That's why the property, if we have any physical property like a refractive index or electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity measured in any direction, here if you have different values here, that is called as anisotropy. And this anisotropy property occurs in crystalline solids because the particles are arranged in a definite order. Due to definite arrangement of particles, we have different values in different directions. But in case of amorphous solids, in amorphous solids, here particles are arranged randomly, like this. Particles are arranged randomly here. The random arrangement of particles. When particles are arranged randomly here, if you are measuring any properties like that is a refractive index, or if you are measuring in this direction, or if you measure in this direction, or if you measure in any direction, and what are the physical properties? The physical properties like refractive index, or one is called thermal conductivity here, and also electrical conductivity. The electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity, refractive index have same values. If you are measuring in any directions here, that is called as isotropy. And this property occurs in amorphous solids. This occurs in amorphous solids, and this is called as crystalline solids. That's why crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature, and amorphous solids are isotropic in nature. That's the difference between isotropy and anisotropy. Then coming to this is one more topic regarding solid materials, that is called as crystal lattice and unit cells. You have different types of crystal lattice and unit cells. And what is the crystal lattice? And what is crystal lattice and what are the unit cells? Different types of unit cells, and also you come across different types of Bravais lattices and also primitive unit cells like that. Then here crystal lattices and unit cells. What are crystal lattice and unit cells? Our next topic is crystal lattice. Crystal lattice and unit cells. Unit cells. Then what is crystal lattice? A crystal lattice is nothing but a regular three-dimensional arrangement of particles in a space. For example, this is we are drawing a crystal lattice. This one here you draw like this. This and this. This is about crystal lattice. This is crystal lattice. A crystal lattice is made up of that is number of unit cells. This structure is called as crystal lattice. Crystal lattice. Lattice. And this crystal lattice is made up of number of unit cells here in a three-dimensional structure. And these are called as lattice points. Here I am showing the lattice points in this one. This is lattice points, and lattice points are occupied by constant particles. Here this is like this, like this. These are called constant particles, like this. Constant particles. This is lattice points. Lattice points, and each lattice points considered as one of the atom. It is here, and these lattice points are occupied by the constant particles, that is atoms or molecules or ions. A regular three-dimensional arrangement of lattice points in a space generates entire crystal lattice here. This is the definition of a crystal lattice. A regular three-dimensional arrangement of points in a space is called as crystal lattice, and this crystal lattice consists of many unit cells. Many unit cells are arranged in a three-dimensional nature. It is. And the simple portion of this crystal lattice is called as a unit cell. This if you are taken, this is called a unit cell. This is here you are taken. This is unit cell. A unit cell is a simple. This is one of the unit cell. A small repeating units. A small repeating unit which are present in a crystal lattice is called as. This is called as. This is like this. This small portion of the crystal lattice is called as unit cell. Unit cells. A smallest portion in the crystal lattice is called as unit cell, which when repeated in a three-dimensional nature generates entire crystal lattice. This is about unit cell, a simple portion of the crystal lattice. Then after this one, you will come across different types of unit cells. Unit cells are a unit cell is characterized by 6 parameters. For example, here if you are drawing a unit cell like this one, this is a unit cell, like this, and this is edge length, here this is, and this unit cell is characterized by here this is one of the edges, like this. This is A means edge length, this is B, here also edge length, and C, this is called edge length. Then the angle between these two edge length are called as this is alpha, this is beta, and this is gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma are called as angles between the edges. Here in this unit cell, this is one of the unit cell which consists of A, B, C. A, B, C are called as edge lengths. A, B, C are called edge lengths, and alpha, beta, gamma are called this is angle of edges. Angle of edges. These are the 6 parameters which are used for the characterization of a unit cell. Then what are the characteristics of lattice points? In a crystal lattice, here the lattice, each lattice point represents, this is a lattice point here, each lattice point represents one constant particle, and in a crystal lattice or unit cell, here each lattice points are joined by straight lines. They are joined by straight lines, and each point is considered as one atom or molecule. These are the 3 points regarding characteristics of that is lattice points. Then coming to this the types of unit cells. Unit cells are 2 types. One is types of unit cells, you come across 2 types. Primitive unit cell, or one is centered unit cells. We have 2 types of unit cells, centered unit cells and primitive unit cells. Then what is the difference between primitive and centered unit cells? Primitive unit cell, or one is centered unit cells. Then what are primitive unit cells and what are centered unit cells? A primitive unit cell is one which contains only particles at the corners. For example, this is a primitive unit cell. This primitive unit cell consists of only particles at the corners. This is unit cell, and this unit cell consists of 8 corners. This is one corner, this is one more corner, here this is corner, and this one is corner, this is corner here, and this is corner, this is corner. How many corners are there in a unit cell? A unit cell consists of 8 corners. In a primitive unit cell, a primitive unit cell is one here which contains only particles at the corners. There is no particle at other places. Only corner contains particles. It is. This type of unit cells are called as a primitive unit cell. Then what about here? It is a centered unit cell. In the centered unit cells here, along with the corners here, the particles which are present here, different parts of the cube or different parts of the unit cells. For example, here the centered unit cells again have these 3 types. One is body centered unit cell, or one is face centered unit cell, third one is end centered unit cells. End centered unit cell, face centered unit cell, and body centered unit cells. Then what is the difference between a body centered, face centered, and end centered unit cells? This is, for example, here you are drawing a body centered unit cell, a simple unit cell like this, this one. Here this is a corner, there are 8 corners in a cube. This is a cube, it contains 8 corners, and 8 corners contains 8 particles. Along with 8 particles at the corners here, in addition to 8 corners, one of the particle present at the body center. This type of unit cells are called as body centered unit cells. A body centered unit cell contains how many lattice points? Here it contains 8 corners have 8 lattice points, and one particle at the center, it contains 9 lattice points. 8 at the, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, here it is 4, 8 plus 1, 9. There are 9 lattice points in BCC unit cell. This is body centered unit cell. Then what about face centered unit cell? A face centered unit cell consists of this is particle, here is particles are present, and there are 8 corners and 8 corners at the cube, 8 particles at the 8 corners of the cube, and in addition to 8 corners here, and each face has one particle. There are 6 faces per cube here, hence it possesses 6 particles at the face. This is face centered, this is one more face, this is a face center, this is one more face, and this is front face, and this is back side of the face of the cube. Then 8 corners have 8 lattice points here, and 6 faces have 6 particles here. 8 plus 6, it contains 14 lattice points. A face centered cube consists of particles at the face in addition to corners. Then what about end centered unit cell? A end centered unit cell here consists of 10 lattice points. It has 10 lattice points. This is like a cube here. This is corner particles. Here it is corner particle. Here corner particles and corner particles. There are 8 corners have 8 particles here. Then any 2 opposite faces have, here it is 2 particles. This face opposite to this one here, it has particles like this. Any 2 opposite faces have particles. Then total how many number of lattice points are there? 8 corners have 8 lattice points. In addition to 8 here, 2 at the 2 faces here, then we have 10 lattice points. There are 10 lattice points here in a end centered unit cell. Okay, this is types of unit cells. Unit cells are 2 types here. One is a primitive unit cell, other one is centered unit cell. A primitive unit cell is one which contains only particle at the corners. In case of centered unit cell here, centered unit cells are again classified into three classes. One is body centered cube, other one is a face centered cube, and end centered cube. In case of body centered cube here, this is a cube which contains a particle at the body center along with corner particles. Total it has 9 lattice points. In case of face centered cube here, it has 8 corners, 8 particles. In addition to 8, there are 6 particles at the 6 faces. It has 14 lattice points. In case of end centered unit cell here, it has 8 corners, 8 particles, and any 2 opposite faces contains 2 particles. Total it contains 8 lattice points. These are the 2 different types of unit cells we come across crystal lattice. Then after that you come across the number of particles, different types of unit cells. There are 7 types of crystal lattices are possible here. We have 7 types of crystal lattices, and these 7 types of crystal lattices have 14 types of Bravais lattices. So it is one by one. What are the 7 types of crystal lattices? Here you have 7 types of crystal lattices. Depending upon the variation in edge length and the angle of edge here, we have 7 types of crystal lattices. One is cubic, other one is tetragonal, other one is orthorhombic, next one is hexagonal here, other one is rhombohedral, other one is monoclinic, next one is called as triclinic. Here cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, and monoclinic and triclinic. And in the cubic system here, in cubic system you come across these are 7 types of crystal systems. 1, 2, here 3, here it is 4, it is 5, this is 6, this is 7. These 7 types of crystal systems, again here there are 14 possible variations are there. Those are called as Bravais lattices. And if these Bravais lattices have come across one by one, it is here cubic crystal have 3 types of Bravais lattices. One is simple cube, simple cubic, R1 is body centered cube, R1 is face centered cube. This is face centered, simple cubic, body centered and face centered. And a tetragonal, here you come across one is a simple cube, here simple cube, and also you come across body centered cubes. And orthorhombic has 4 types of Bravais lattices. One is cubic, here R1 is here is BCC, body centered, R1 is face centered, R1 is end centered. There are 4 types of Bravais lattices. And hexagonal has only primitive unit cell. This is only primitive. And rhombohedral has a primitive, only primitive unit cell is there. And monoclinic have 2 types of unit cells. One is primitive, here R1 is end centered unit cells. And triclinic has only primitive unit cells. Primitive unit cells. Here 3, here 3 plus 2 is 5, here 5 plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, this is 14 types of unit cells are there. This is body centered, primitive, body centered, face centered, end centered, primitive, primitive, this is primitive and end centered and primitive, this is. These are the 14 types of Bravais lattices. There are 14 types of Bravais lattices and 7 types of crystal systems. And these crystal systems have different bond angles and different edge length and different there is a angle of edge length it is here. Then we have the chart like this, this is here we are writing a crystal system. Here possible variations. Next you come across this one, axial angles, and next you come across axial lengths. This is called as lengths. This is axial angles. First one here, this is cubic. For cubic, here possible variations are called, one is primitive. This is primitive. R1 is BCC, R1 is FCC. In cubic system, here A equal to B and B equal to C. Edge lengths are equal. And angles of edges are alpha equal to beta, beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degree. This is. The second one is tetragonal. In the tetragonal variations, we have 2 variations. One is primitive unit cell. R1 is this is BCC. Here also, here A equal to, this is B, here A equal to B and B not equal to C. Here alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degree, the angle of edges. Next, this is cubic tetragonal, this is orthorhombic. In orthorhombic, here you have 4 possible variations are there. One is primitive unit cell, R1 is BCC and FCC, here R1 is end centered unit cells. Here A, this is not equal to B and B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degree. This is. Then next one, this is hexagonal. Hexagonal has only primitive unit cell, this is. And here A equal to B and B equal to C here, and hexagonal B not equal to C, and alpha equal to beta equal 90 degree here, and gamma equal to 120 degree. The next one is hexagonal. After that it is rhombohedral. Rhombohedral also called as a rhombohedral also called trigonal. It is a primitive unit cell. And here the edge lengths are equal. A equal to B, B equal to C. Then the angle of edges alpha equal to beta and beta equal to gamma here, and gamma not equal to 90 degree. This is alpha equal to beta, beta equal to gamma, gamma not equal to 90 degree angles. Then the next one is monoclinic. In monoclinic, you have two types of unit cells here. One is primitive is possible here, or one is end-centered and primitive unit cell. Here edge lengths are A equal to B and B equal to C here, and this is not equal to C, and alpha equal to gamma equal to 90 degree and beta not equal to 90 degree. Finally, the last one, this is called as monoclinic, triclinic. In a triclinic unit cell, here only possible variation is only one, primitive, and here A not equal to B and B not equal to C, but here alpha not equal to beta, beta not equal to gamma, gamma not equal to 90 degree. These are the possible variations in 7 types of crystal systems. These are 7 types of crystal systems. These are 14 possible variations here. Here their edge lengths here, and this is angle of edges. Okay. Thank you.